Hi everyone, my name is Miss Sarah and I'm a dance teacher in Tampa, Florida. I wanted to make this YouTube video to help prepare you or your dancers to prepare to go on pointe. I'll be teaching you lots of different stretch and conditioning exercises for your feet and ankles. Hope you enjoy. First, you're going to need a TheraBand. So you can find these TheraBands on Amazon. They're an essential item for every dancer. So we're going to start with some TheraBand exercises. If you don't have a TheraBand, you can do these without a TheraBand as well. So you're going to start with your feet out in front of you, and you're going to wrap the TheraBand around the ball of one of your feet. And you can be wearing ballet shoes or barefoot. Honestly, barefoot's actually a little bit better. You can feel the resistance of the TheraBand a little bit more. Okay, so you're going to start, I'll show you with my foot without the TheraBand. You're going to start with a demi-pointe and point all the way through, and then you're going to do the same thing coming back. Demi-pointe and flex. So like I said, you can do this without a TheraBand. The TheraBand just adds a bit of resistance for you. So you're going to go demi and point, demi and flex, 2. This TheraBand is medium strength. They have 3 or 4 different strengths if you want a little bit harder strength. And I would start with maybe about 10 and maybe work your way up to 12 after you do this a few times, maybe 15. You want to do it so you feel it. And it just depends on the resistance of your band. I'm not counting. I'll say 9. One more, 10. All right, and then we're going to switch to the other foot. So same thing, you wrap it around the ball of your foot and you're going to do 10 of them. So we'll go demi and point, demi and flex, 2. So you're pointing all the way through your entire ankle. You're not stopping here. Demi and point, and demi and flex. I've lost count again. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, the next one that we'll do is you're actually going to leave it on that foot, just like that. You're going to take it and wrap it around the other foot. So you can see on the top of my feet, I have it still in the one foot and the other foot is free. So this time, without moving your thigh and your knee, you're just going to move your ankle and your foot, and it's going to be like a windshield wiper going out. So out and in like this. Out and in. 2, 3, you should feel it on the side of your leg. Here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And when you're doing all these exercises, you want to make sure they're slow and controlled, not this isn't doing anything for you. So make sure it's slow and controlled going out and in. All right, then we'll switch to the other foot. So we wrap it around the ball of our foot like we did before. Put the bands together, put them around the other foot so you can see the top of my feet again. All right, and then we do our windshield wiper going that way. Out and in. Out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, the next one that we're going to do, we keep it wrapped around the ball of our foot. This gets a little tricky. You're going to bring the band to the opposite side of this leg. You take this leg, cross it over. So you can see from the top, I'm kind of stepping or putting my foot on this band. So out, foot crosses over, and you're going to do the opposite way. So now you're going to go inward with this foot, the foot that's wrapped in completely in the band, and you're going to go in and out. So in ballet we call this signaling. So we're working the same muscles on the inside and on the outside. 5, I think, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So again, when we're doing this, I don't know if you can see this leg, you don't really want your whole leg to move. It's coming from your ankle and your foot. Okay, let's try the other one. And these are really good exercises too to prevent any ankle injuries. It's not just pre-point work. If you are a boy and you have no anticipation to go on point, these are just really good ankle stabilizer exercises. So again, wrap it around the ball of your foot. This foot crosses over, puts it on the band, and then you're going inward. So you're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when we're doing these, if you don't have a TheraBand, you can do the same exact thing. You can even put this foot there, and you're just going to use, if you think about resisting yourself, resisting your own muscles, you'll still get a workout. You might have to do a few more without a TheraBand. So it's the same thing. You can even do 2 feet at once, just rotating outwards and then rotating inwards. So you're kind of trying to make the balls of the inside of your feet say hello to each other and goodbye. Hello, goodbye. And it's the same thing. This is another really good one to do, is just demi and point and demi and flex without a TheraBand. So now we're going to do an exercise that I like to do with music, without music, whatever you want to do. It's just a series of demi points, and then we also start to rotate. So when we rotate, we want to make sure we're rotating from our hips, not just our feet and ankles. We just worked on the rotation from our feet. So now we want to work on the rotation from our hips, because as you get onto point, you'll notice that you start to slide in if you really don't use those rotation from your hip. So let's try the exercise. Feet out like this, then we go demi, point, demi, flex. Go. Make sure you're pointing all the way through your feet. Point, demi, and now we point, turn it out. Exercises you can do standing with or without a bar. I prefer to do it with the bar so I can really focus on my feet and my ankles and not about balancing. So you can we'll start with our feet parallel. So we'll start with our feet parallel. And when we go up to demi point, we want to make sure we're not rocking towards our pinky toe out like this. This is sickling. You want to think about keeping those ankles together. And it's in ballet we call it winging, so you don't want to wing too much and you don't want to sickle out this way. So we kind of want to think of our knee being in line with our ankle and our big toe. So if you put your knee right over your big toe, you shouldn't be all the way up here and you shouldn't be over here. So anyways, we're going to take our demi point. So we'll go demi and point, demi and down left foot, demi or right foot, point, whatever you're doing, and we'll do it again, demi and point, demi and down, other foot, demi and down. We'll roll 1, 2, make sure you're meeting at demi point at the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll plie. Lift those heels. This is a good one to do on point as well. And down, up, keeping those ankles together, not out this way. Plie over, heels down, and then we'll do the whole thing in first. Demi and point, demi and down, left foot, demi and point, demi. Repeat it, demi, point, demi, down, demi, point, demi, down. Rolling, 1, 2, meeting at demi point, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good plie. Lift those heels, stretch, and down. Then we go up, plie over, heels down, and stretch. This with me. We'll start in parallel again. We're going to pretend like we're peeling our foot off the ground. So we're going to take 4 counts to peel it up and 4 counts to peel it down. So when we go up on point, we want to make sure we're really passing through every part of our foot. So we go through demi point, we peel those toes off, put them back down, toes first, rolling back down, 4 counts of each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to go 4 springs. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, plie, 5, 6, other side, 7, 8. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give the floor a massage. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to plie, 5, 6, and turn it out for 7, 8. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, plie, 5, 6, other side, 7, 8. Pull, peeling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, plie, 5, 6, 7, 8. Peeling. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, plie. 6, other side, left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 1, 2, 3, plie, and turn it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 5, 6, start with our feet in first, and we're gonna do 8 relevés in first, tendu to second, 8 relevés in second, tendu to coupe. Make sure the toes are away, you're not like this. Toes are away from your ankle. 8 on coupe and 8 in coupe. If that's too much for you, you can stop with the 8 in second. If you want more of a challenge after the coupes, you can go to a low arabesque, a high arabesque, whatever you want. Facing the bar, make sure your hips are square if you do an arabesque. And you can do 8 on one foot, 8 on the other. Some foot stretches. So you want to make sure that you're pairing stretching and conditioning equally, otherwise you can end up with an injury. So you want to make sure that your muscles are nice and stretched out, but you also want to make sure that you're not stretching them too much to the point where you're going to injure yourself. So one thing that feels very good is to sit with your toes under like this, and you push back and you have a nice high demi-point. So you'll feel the stretch in the arch of your foot. And you can kind of rock to one side a little bit, rock to the other side. You should feel nice stretch in those toes. The other one that you can do is with a partner. Put your toes out in front of you and have your partner gently press down on the tops of your feet. Very gently. If they're pushing too hard, let them know. You can just push, or I don't have anything here, but you can stick your feet underneath the couch or something like this, and then just straighten back as far as you can go. This is the bar, so it's not holding your toes. But that's another good way to stretch the tops of your ankles. If you have super bendy feet, where your toes are, when you point them, I don't have them, touch the floor, you should be doing more conditioning than you are stretching. If you have feet like me, you can do both to make them prettier. My feet used to be a lot worse with all of these exercises and lots of point work. They've gotten better. So there's hope for all of you. I hope that helps, and if you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Bye.